Toys R Us might be making a return. Stores might be reopening. And I'm hearing a lot of about this, and I'm legitimately confused. Okay, so here's what's going on. I found an article on IGN, and it says that Toys R Us is coming back again. New owner plans to open stores in North America. Toys R Us is looking to mount another comeback. The retail chain is planning to open stores in North America again under new ownership of WHP Global, a New York-based brand management company. WHP announced Monday in a press release that it had acquired a controlling interest in True Kids, the parent company of Toys R Us, Babies R Us, and Jeffrey the Giraffe brands. We're in the brand business, and Toys R Us is the single most credible, trusted, and beloved toy brand in the world, WHP chairman and CEO Yehuda, oh man, I'm going to mess this poor guy's name up, Shimidman, that, I apologize. We're coming off of a year where toys are just on fire, and Toys R Us, the US is really a blank canvas. Okay, let's talk about this for a second, because I've said this before, actually. So I've talked about this before. Multiple times, and I've had this argument before. In fact, I had an argument in a podcast a couple years back where I tried to explain to a couple of the other co-hosts that the toy business primarily does not sell to kids anymore. Some kids like toys. Yes, this is true. But I'm telling you guys that the primary market of toys that makes money, the primary market is no longer pointed in the direction of children. It's not. Guys, when you walk down, even a Walmart store, when you walk down a Walmart aisle and the Power Ranger toys are $25 a character, where the Ninja Turtle toys are still $12 a guy, but then there are Ninja Turtle toys that are also like $30 or $40 a character, and there's new G.I. Joes on the market that cost $30 a character, and this is not a mistake. That Marvel Legends and whatnot is coming out the way that it's coming out, and it's producing toys the way that it's producing toys. Toys are mainly targeted to adults now. I swear by that. I do not back down from that. I truly believe that that is real, that toys are marketed to adults more than they are marketed to children. That is 100%. I believe that. And I believe that because I have a kid, and I can tell you that I have more toys than my kid does. Sometimes you see her room, you wouldn't believe that. But look, like, my kid is more about going outside and like running around in the brush, in the woods, and like hanging out in the backyard and playing tag and riding bikes and being very active. Not every kid is like this, and when she's not being active, what's she interested in? She's specifically interested in electronics, playing Pokemon or something of that nature. Something electronic based, mainly video games. She likes the Pokemon fighting game. She's pretty good at it, to be fair. She likes Pokemon for what it is, and she's beat like 3 of them so far, and I gotta hand it to her. She's 9 years old. That's pretty good. So like, this is primarily what she likes to spend her time on. She's more interested in playing a phone game or something like that. And I don't want this fucking argument about how kids are no longer kids or kids don't have imagination. Bullshit. My kid can go in the backyard, pick up a stick, and be a lightsaber for 3.5 hours. Okay? That argument doesn't ring true with me. It does not ring true with me. I don't believe it for a second. Not even 1 second. But I will tell you that as adults tend to lose their imagination, there's something that takes its place. Hardcore nostalgia. And they sure like to drive that shit home nowadays. And as they've done it, I have bought X-Men toys. I have bought Star Trek toys. I have bought expensive $25 a guy fucking Dragon Ball Z toys. I have bought Persona 4 characters. I have bought a mass of Wonder Woman statues and figures. I have bought a Snake Eyes. I have bought and bought and bought and bought toys. I'm an adult. Some would argue against that, and depending on your definition. Look, I pay my bills and I do my job. I work literally more than full-time every single paycheck anymore. And I still have fun, and I have my own hobbies, and I get on YouTube, and this is a thing I do, and I collect some toys. I do. I plan to fill that entire shelf by the time I'm done unpacking the boxes and everything like that, and really know that everything that went on that shelf deserved to go on that shelf. We will be going back to that shelf. We have more stuff to talk about in terms of that shelf. But I believe that toys are more marketed towards adults. And I believe that it does make sense for something like Toys R Us, the most recognizable of brands, to come back. And for somebody like me, this is exciting news. I'm a little confused why there are people that absolutely hate this idea. I realize you can get anything online now. I realize. But what about the stuff you don't know about? Huh? What about that stuff? You know, there is a wonder. There's a wonderment to going to a brick and mortar store, and Toys R Us was one of the best. I realize that online shopping kicked its ass. It did. And it totally kicked its ass. That's the reason it's in the condition that it's in right now. And for all the people that are like, oh, well, blah, blah, it's because nobody was shopping there. If you really gave a shit about the Toys R Us when it closed, where were you? Because I went there. It was one of my favorite stores. I would walk in there. I made it part of my normal routine. When I had a chance, when I had real money, if I had an extra $100 after all my stuff was done or whatever, I would take myself there and I would just roam around. There were video games there. I picked up a couple games there. There were movies there. Sometimes I'd find movies that I couldn't find at other places. There was video games and I already said that. Electronics were all over the place. There were little nitpicky things that you could get, like little cool trinkets and shit like that. And when I walked down the toy aisle, I found Pokemon toys that even if I didn't buy them, which a good portion of the time I did not, but even if I didn't buy them, I would look at them and be like, that is crazy that kids got these toys. Like, these are some cool ass toys. And my daughter would walk with me and she would see things that she was interested in. And I would find little things in the collector's aisle that just would absolutely blow me away. Things that I could not believe were there, and things that I just simply did not know were a thing. I would find things there that I simply had no clue was a thing. I got some of my Dragon Ball Z toys there. One of my favorite statues, one of my Frieza statues, was from there, specifically because I just happened to walk by it. These are experiences that don't exist with most online shopping. You can click all day and never have the experience of just accidentally walking up on something and having the chance to see it, hold it, touch it, and be legitimately interested in that product before you ever walked out the door. And that is something that I believe is unique to a place like Toys R Us that is big on a Walmart scale, that has the potential to survive because it does have all these toys. And then at the same time, it is also a place where you can get movies and games and some electronics and things like that. This is great news. I'm really confused about even the post that I got this from. I seen it and it was basically, ugh, and a post that Toys R Us was possibly reopening. I hope it is. I hope it is. I hope this company is very serious about what it's talking about. I hope that it does, since it is the kind of company that's it bought into the company. So it maybe it has some sort of idea, just like, and this is not the greatest comparison, but if you ever watch something like on the rise and fall of, say, Steak and Shake, Steak and Shake was one of those companies that got really big, then kind of dulled off and hit like a really bad plateau. Another company came and bought it, basically rebranded the whole thing, didn't change its name, but kind of like reevaluated it and said, this is what works, this is what we'll do, and then all of a sudden there was another heyday for Steak and Shake. I would love for this to be a second heyday of Toys R Us. Bring it back. Market it correctly and sell things and really know your market. Create 2 or 3 specific aisles and really draw, go ahead. Use the nostalgia. Get me in there. Sell the Turtles that I can't get anywhere else. Sell the X-Men figures and Marvel figures and Dragon Ball Z figures and the new G.I. Joe guys and the exclusive cool collector's toys that I'm not going to find at other places. Unless I'm like just searching around online and I guess I get lucky. There's something about walking down an aisle and seeing 100 different figures and finding that one little trinkety cool thing that you either didn't know exist or you knew that it existed and you had the money but you were like, But then you see it and it's in person and it's really cool and you could have it today. I think this is positive. I don't know what people are bitching about. I'm going to get out of here.
I have spoken. Take what you will from it.